fight has turned, and Milligan, using those straight left hands, has really altered this fight. Big left again by Milligan.
Stuns Zepeda and puts off because I haven't seen Zepeda throw a punch.
Oh, and that is a knockout.
The fight.
Magandang araw sa inyo mga idol, at welcome back sa ating munting channel. Sa ikatlong beses na pagdayo ng ating kababayan sa bansang Amerika, ng tubong Bacolod City, Negros Occidental, na si Mark Jason Milligan, ay walang takot nga po nitong hinarap ang isang Mexican warrior, na si Ernesto Zepeda. Kung saan ito na ang pinakamabigat na laban ng ating kababayan sa kaniyang buong professional boxing career. Sapagkat itong Mexican fighter na si Ernesto Zepeda, sa 39 nitong naipanalo na laban, ang 34 nga dito mga idol, ay kaniyang tinapos sa puro knockout. Kaya naman hindi ito basta-bastang fighter lamang, para sa ating kababayan. Habang si Mark Jason Milligan naman, ay may record pa lamang na 15 na panalo. 11 dito ang galing sa knockout, at may nag-iisang talo lamang. Na ang bakbakan ngang ito ay isang non-title fight sa super lightweight division. Narito at ating panoorin mga idol, ang ipinakitang laban dito ng ating kababayan.
Percent of the fighters that come from the Philippines happen to be.
But Brian, do you think that a lot of the? That's intriguing. Earlier, of course, we talked Arceo switching from righty to lefty because he was. When you're a left-hander, of course, there are inherent advantages.
Yeah, different schools.
Zepeda working to the body early. Milligan trying to use his jab. Lost a very close 8-round decision in May on the undercard of Hatton's fight. I believe his opponent that he's fighting.
It's going to be quite interesting that it took place in the Cinco de Mayo. A Filipino and a British guy.
Logic there.
Is there logic there? Right, with the Spanish heritage with the Filipino?
I don't know how, but I think so. And we'll give them your email address to send you all the letters.
Right.
We're halfway.
Milligan having a lot of power, 11 counts in his 5th nations. And strong-looking legs.
Very big.
He's got the Manny Pacquiao calves.
Yeah, he really does. And there's a puncher. You think he wants to be more of a boxer, or somewhere in there is there punches more?
I think he seems like he's a type of fighter that wants to sit down his punches and just let his hands fly. The way he's fighting, and the record shows that it's 11 knockouts out of 15. I believe he has powers in his hands, and
that's been a good weapon for him so far in this fight. Zepeda countered a bit. There is that left we referenced, and boy, it moved Zepeda back. And punctuates a very good first round for Mark Milligan. 2-year-old veteran from Tijuana. Punches, only 4 by Zepeda. And in keeping with Mario Lopez's interesting, Tony Martin, the coach of Milligan, happens to be British. So they're continuing that theme. Get together. That's another good question.
Well, that's the one thing I love about boxing. Truly an legitimate world champion.
And that's the strength of the sport right now. That internationally, it is just exploded all over the world. We're ready to embrace, fighters.
And just all over. So. And the fact that good fights just translate out, and I think everybody can appreciate the talent.
You're absolutely right. We're about halfway through round number 2. It's Mario Lopez and Brian Valoria, IBF Junior Flyweight champ, is providing his expertise. I'm Al Bernstein, and we are delighted you joined us. So far, it's been a fun night of boxing. And here, Zepeda in round found himself a place to work on the inside
because of Milligan's ability to cover ground with his right-left combination. Be careful not to get too predictable with throwing that right-left combination. I mean, he's been throwing it with authority, but...
And there on the outside, on the left of your screen, the 1-0, has a 9-fight winning streak since losing by TKO to Young Sung Kim. That was back...
Al, these types of fights are very important for a fighter like Milligan. Fighting against a veteran, somebody that might be able to take in those deep waters. These are and face some dangerous fighters who together.
passes into the night, and it had some action in it. Mark Milligan, the left-hander on the left of your screen, against Ernesto Zepeda. It's been fast-paced 2 rounds. Nice uppercut by Milligan gets in.
That sort of caught him in the chin/throat. Zepeda having an intense look on his face, coming here to fight, being here.
Milligan's corner was telling Milligan to work a little bit more on the body and not get too careless with those right-left combinations.
There's the inside where Zepeda would rather be, and he rips 2 very on the inside. Mark Milligan's dad was a boxing foreman in the Philippines and got his son interested in boxing. A 23-year-old who is on the cusp of contention.
Nice body shot.
Milligan listens to his corner and goes down to the body.
Yeah, and against a 32-year-old, you would think you would
slows your opponents down, so
like me, prehistoric.
And me old, and not, I know.
80s and you 20s then.
Right.
Good with your fight.
But speaking of bodies,
great left hand by Milligan, and that hurts Zepeda. His fight has changed drastically.
Heard Milligan pouring it down.
Milligan staying calm and using smart, effective punches.
Very good point. Yeah, that's a very good point, Mario. And under a minute left to go. Is there enough time for Milligan to get Zepeda down or out? Zepeda
doing that attempt to try to knock Zepeda out.
Zepeda doesn't look like the kind of guy that will get you out of there with lunch. Clearly his record doesn't indicate that.
He worked out really hard for this fight, he said, and he said it's really important for him to win this fight. Start his career.
His opportunity so far against Ernesto Zepeda in the last round. Milligan, the left-hander. Zepeda, the righty, with the white stripe down his. Zepeda, though he was hurt in the last round, take
together. He wants, I mean, an aim for effort and for heart. And there's a cut on Zepeda's. Looks like to be underneath his left eye. An extra burst of energy.
This fight is turned, and Milligan, using those straight left hands, has really altered this fight. Big left again by Milligan.
Stuns Zepeda and puts off the right.
Stop being the aggressor.
You have to like how
He's doing. He's showing a lot. He's being
to expose it even more with those left jab, left hooks, right.
And now a complete arsenal of punches is water here.
And you mentioned now it's not in the
big left.
Cortez to see if the fight would be stopped.
The cut, I mean, it seems to be a bad cut, but not necessarily in a place where.
Big right opens that cut even more. Mark Milligan, 3.
He's a 2.
Oh,
big
my. Can Zepeda withstand much this round or even to come out for round 5?
The corner's going to have to take a good look at that. I'll just take a good look at that fighter because this is
Zepeda throw.
Oh, and that is a knockout.
The fight has been stopped. A TKO for Mark Milligan, the 23-year-old from the Philippines.
An impressive knockout.
Sa isang solidong kaliwaan na binitawan ng ating kababayan, ay tuluyan na nga ditong bumagsak ang kalabang Mexican fighter. At hindi lang basta nga po nanalo dito si Mark Jason Milligan, sapagkat nagawa din nitong bitakin ng 2 beses ang kaliwang bahagi ng pagmumuka ng kalabang Mexican.